I mean, you were the first woman who was the editor of the opinion pages, right?
Can I tell you about that?
Yeah, good.
This
I
is
was
a
going to
thing-
ask you about it.
This is a thing that when I go out and,
Yeah.
and talk about women's stuff,
Yeah.
that I like to talk about. There was a generation of women who came right before me, who went to court, who fought in this company too, who found that there was no pattern, there was no way forward, there were no women editors, there was no way a woman could move into the top, the most exciting, the most profitable parts of the company. And they went to court and they filed suits and the company responded. But when the company responded, they were never the ones who got the reward because they were the pains in the neck who had gotten all the trouble.
Yeah.
It was people like me who were walking in the door right then, who had not pissed anybody off because we were just in college, who got all those advantages. And there is a generation of women who, you know about the great leaders like Gloria Steinem and Betty Friedan, but there are all these women who nobody talks about, who just filed suits and who never got the stuff themselves, and who filed suits for pensions. And the people coming into the workplace then got equal pension opportunities, but they never got their pensions. It happens all over the place. So it just, you want every time you talk about this stuff to talk about these people who opened up all the doors but never got to walk
Never
through
got the
them
benefits
themselves.
and then so you view yourself as a beneficiary of
Absolutely.
which I assume is I mean, for many movement, for the civil rights movement, I suppose it's I mean, Obama would say the same thing, right? I mean, at least he said the same thing.
I think it's useful if you're a person who, I mean, I got to be editorial page editor in large part because of the people who were conceivably qualified to do it. I was the woman. And they wanted that to happen.
They wanted that to happen. Did that bother you? Or was
No, and it doesn't. I mean, what bothers you is when you feel like, oh my God, nobody thinks I can do the job.
Well, that's what worries me.
No.
If you say when you're always referred to as the first editor of the editorial page, it doesn't, that implicitly suggests, first female editor of the editorial page, that people are asking that question.
I got to tell you, when this came up, Hal Raines, who was the editor before me, who was moving downstairs to become the executive editor, came in to see me and said, we've talking about this and we think that you should take my job. And I was not really in the line for it. And I was a columnist. I was really enjoying that.
Yeah.
And I said, gee, Hal.
I remember thinking how sad I was that you were leaving as a columnist.
I was sad too. And I said, Hal, I don't know. And he said, look at it this way. Look at where you are in the course of the history of the world. There are not many first women jobs left out there. And unless you think you're going to be baseball commissioner, this is the one you take to be the first woman to do something. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. I could be the first woman. So that was an argument for me.